Hello everybody, this is Leslie of Sylvan Moon Creations and welcome back to my channel. So today I am participating in a collaboration with a bunch of wonderful creators here on YouTube, and I had participated in this last year. It is called What's in My Boo Bag, and it is hosted by Martha Makes Art and Scrapbooks and Memories. I will leave a link to everybody who is participating in this collaboration down in my description box below. So I decided to create my own bag from scratch, and I decided to create a Frankenstein bag. So what I did, I took this Burger King bag and I deconstructed it. As you can see, I opened it up and I have all of my measurements. And what I did was I took the Amazon packaging paper and I put that in my scoreboard, and I scored all of the dimensions that I have here, and I created my own bag. The only thing was I was not able to create the bottom of the bag because no matter what I did, it wasn't sturdy enough. I had to use regular cardstock for that. But since I worked on the bag in different ways, it really didn't matter because I ended up covering up the green color on that paper anyway. So I will show you the bag. This is going to be hard to do. So here is Mr. Frankenstein. And I have the bolts on the side. I tried to make ears, but the ears kept falling off because I made all of this with clay. So I made his face with clay. It's not completely dry yet, so I'm trying to be as careful as possible with it. But this is all done with clay. And I used a picture of I think Boris Karloff's Frankenstein, which I will put a picture in here now for you. And that's kind of what I went off on. And so I just wanted to make like the lines and the face. Now the bag itself, what I did was I used my different colored distress oxides. I used, let me see, I'll put him down. I think he's okay. I used mowed lawn, peeled paint, cracked pistachio, and I used twisted citron. And what I did was I sponged all around the entire bag, and that's how I got the mottled look. And then what I did use was the Distress Collage Medium in matte, and I covered everything. And then what I did was I took toilet paper and I used regular Elmer's glue, and I put the Elmer's glue in water on my glass mat and put some toilet paper pieces into there and squished them all together. And then as the bag finally dried, what I was able to do was put different areas. I wanted it to look like the cracked parts of the face. See if you could see all the and then as you could see, what I did was I took felt to make his jacket, and I added a button and some ribbon and some trim, and that's like his shirt and his shirt collar. And this I took gray cardstock, and I just cut a bunch of pieces, like circular pieces, out of it in different sizes, and that's what I made the bolts with. And then I had some leftover gray from the part of the jacket, and I wanted that to look like the staples or the stitching that I saw on the character's face. And as you can see here, I tried to put ears. They were standing out and everything, but they kept cracking, so I had to take them off. They just weren't working. And then up around the top, I used some black yarn, and then I had a leftover piece from the black, and I said, you know what? That's good enough for his hair. So that was what I did for that. And I have like buttons on the side. So that is my handcrafted bag. I won't be giving this away. This is something that I'm going to keep myself. So, but what I put in is things that I would like for myself. So, of course, we always want our Fabri-Tac. The other thing I can't do without is my art glitter glue. And I buy the large bottle, and because, as you always see, I put it into my handcrafted bottle that was made for me. And let's see, then I have the 50th special anniversary of the Neo Color 2s. I could show this to you. Let me move my bag back. Frankie's got to be moved back. So these have different colors than what's in the 80 set. And I have the 80 set, so these are different colors, which is nice because I like using these in my coloring book pages and stuff. And then I have some Halloween 2024 Tim Holtz pieces. These are the ephemera pack because I use these all year long. So we have that. And then I have the card file, and I want to use it for different projects that I'm working on, and I just want to have it laying on my desk so I can put stuff in it. And then I have some of the distress crayons. This is Wilted Violet. This is Crushed Olive. This is Pumice Stone. And this is Rusty Hinge. Those are great for Halloween type colors. And then I have more collage medium because I use a lot of this in my projects. And of course, I have some candy. These are all Ghirardelli. So this one is caramel. So we have caramel. Then we have caramel apple. And then the blue ones are just regular milk chocolate. And then my other favorite candies are the apple Werthers. And I love these. These are so good. If you've never tried these, you have to try them. They're really, really good. And they do taste like apple, I will tell you that. And then I have one last thing in here. And this is a book, and it is called The Shadow Work Journal, a guide to integrate and transcend your shadows. And this is a book I would like to work in. And I will put a link to it in my description box if you're interested. I've been doing a lot more reading recently, but this is a true journal where it asks you questions, and then you fill out your answers and stuff. So this I thought was really interesting and something I really wanted to work on, especially starting with this time of the year going into the dark times of the winter. So I have that. But that is it. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see that I have the green cardstock paper. And what I did was I cut it and I had it come up like here. Like this is all covering the cardstock. And that was how I did the bottom of the bag. But there you have it. So that is my Frankenstein bag. And I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you will go and check out all of the people who participated in this collaboration. So this is the second year. So we'll see if she decides to do it, if they decide to do it next year. But it was really fun to participate, and this was very challenging for me. So, but I like to challenge myself when I possibly can. So that is why I decided to work with clay. But yeah, so we have our little Frankie, and I think he came out pretty good. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all very soon on my next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.